a wire brush and a hoof pick, and then this I get these at the hardware store. They're probably made for scraping paint, but you can get this blade down in little wall cavities and clean, because what I'm going to get at is, if you don't clean the foot and you have a lot of grit and gravel in these areas and you're constantly hitting these little rocks with nippers and rasping over them with nice files that are expensive, that alone is very hard on nice tools. So cleaning the feet before you dig in with expensive tools is key. I'll have a dead rasp, one that isn't like today, this one I'm using today is 1 day old. I think I just started using it yesterday, and they're 32 bucks a piece and they don't last very long. So you want to protect that tool. You don't want it rattling around in a metal box. You don't want to dump it into a bucket with a bunch of other tools. It's a cutting tool. It's like a nice hunting knife that you want to take care of it. So the last thing you want to do is pick up a big dirty foot with grit and gravel in there and start ripping on it. So I keep what I call a dead rasp, and I have it marked so I know. I put X's on it so that I know that this is my dead rasp. And so, because sometimes you can't get every little grit and gravel out of these clefts and commissures and, not commissures, but wall cavities. So have a dead rasp that you can just go in and kind of get something done, and it'll meet the gravel and it'll take the damage, not your new $32 file that you just unwrapped half an hour ago. There's nothing worse than a nice new file or nippers, and you go to work and you peg a piece of gravel and it just makes you want to scream. So that right there, brush, clean the feet, that's a big tip. If you're going to be trimming a lot and doing this for a living, I would recommend the best nippers you can find. But if you're going to start out just trimming like your horse or horses, you could maybe come down a little bit, because these tools are expensive. So those are 2 tips for sure. And also I sharpen my rasps on a sisal wheel with a kind of a jeweler's rouge every night. Just kind of, you're constantly touching up the back edge of all those teeth, and that will prolong your rasp life by about 3 times. Well, in Montana, if you're not sharpening them and it's August and you're in a dry area, for professional farriers, you can find yourself dislocating your rasp on Friday after like a week, certainly like a week. I mean, the guy that I apprenticed with had a number, and I can't remember if it was like 12 or 20 horses or something like this. Was a long time ago. He had a number, but if you're taking care of the rasp and you're doing some of the things I just said, and not just using it on gritty, dirty feet, you're cleaning the feet and you're sharpening the rasp every night, and it's not banging around loose, but protecting the tools, all your tools, you know. Knives as well. You got to keep them, always be sharpening them every day, because if you get a knife that just gets way far out and it's just dull, then when you go to that, for me it's a bench grinder to tune it up, you've got a big job and it's harder to get it back in to shape. Whereas if this is the same with, don't you think, with like kitchen knives, hunting knives, if you're constantly just keeping them tuned up, then it's easier. But this is something that you wouldn't think, is cleaning the foot and not just diving in with because these nippers I think are around $300 now. I'll just use this and I'll just use it just like you would think, to scrape all that stuff out, wire brush it, get it as clean as you can. And if I'm worried that there's still stuff in there, I have not only the dead rasp, but I have some crappy older hoof knives that I'm not going to wince if I meet another rock down in there, buried in there. You know, I'll kind of just, you know, get some stuff done with that. Whereas the nice knives and clean new file and nippers and everything, I try to protect that. It makes that noise of hitting gravel is terrible.